Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Open Boat. Now today we are going to talk about a rig that I like to use for sea bass. Sea bass fishing right now across the region has been red hot. People are slinging up some big knuckleheads on their boats and everything and just absolutely crushing the sea bass. So this is a rig that's going to help you guys get in on the red hot sea bass bite. To start, you got yourself some 40-pound mono. And what I'm gonna do first is, I don't cut my leader material off the spool just yet. I wanna work with as much as I can first. At the very bottom of the rig, you're gonna tie a little surgeon's loop. And this surgeon's loop is gonna be for your sinker. Now, based off of the region you're in or like the underwater current, you can have up to like a 4 to 8 ounce sinker. You can go a little heavy because you need to get that stuff down to the bottom quick. So you have your surgeon's loop on the bottom, and then you're going to give yourself about 6 inches of space to work with, and you're going to do a dropper loop. So the dropper loop, take your leader, and you're going to fold it so it makes a loop. But compared to like for striper fishing, a teaser rig, you want to make that dropper loop a lot longer. So you have that much space, and you're going to take it and you're gonna pass it through. So what you do is you take it, pass it through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then you're gonna take the loop and actually pass it through the mini loop you just made by twisting it. And what I do is I grab it with my teeth and I'll pull. So, grab it with my teeth and pull. There's your dropper loop. So, another 6 inches up, you're gonna do another dropper loop. And if you really want to get into some triple headers and flex on the boat that you're catching 3 at once, you can do another one, another 6 inches up. So it's a significantly long rig, but you can make it work. So the hooks I like to use, a lot of people use a couple different hooks when you're sea bass fishing, but the ones that I like to use are the classic bait holder hooks. Why do I like bait holder hooks? Because they have those back barbs on the back. Just like while I'm fluking, I don't want a fish to yank my bait off on that first drop. So when I'm sea bass fishing, I'll put clam on here and I'll make sure it rides up onto those barbs so they're not ripping it off. I have opportunity to catch. And the size I use, I like the 4/0 because, you know, big hooks catch big fish. So once you have your 2 to 3 droppers tied on, you're just gonna feed the 40-pound material through the eyelet, and then I do a double pass. So what I do here, you can see, I pass it through once, I twist it with my fingers, and I pass it through again. This is anytime I do a dropper loop. It's a good habit to have. It just adds extra security to it. And that's your whole rig. Now you can drop it down, you can get ready to hook up into some nice knuckleheads, and it's nice, but it's also kind of, I mean, you're not going to keep them anyway because they're out of season, but it's still nice to catch them in the warm weather. You can get some nice blackfish if you're dropping down a clam. Now, hopefully you guys take advantage of the rig tying and get out there and get some action in on this hot sea bass bite. And stay tuned for next week's, where if you guys like jigging up some fish, I'm going to show you guys the one sea bass jig to rule them all. Catch you next week.